We've got some number one picks here tonight. LeBron James, the number one pick back in 2003. Kwame Brown, the number one pick back in 2001. And yes, Joe Smith, the number one pick way back in 1995.
In 16 minutes, Joe Smith has 17 points and 7 rebounds. I'd say he's doing yeoman's work.
And Kwame Brown, a big impact for Detroit. Afflalo inside, gets it to go. Strong move from Aaron Afflalo.
Nice. One of the very few half-court layups on a drive to the basket by the Pistons today.
Pistons back within 3. Still early. Here in this fourth quarter. Mo Williams to Smith. Joe Smith again. Knocks it down. What a game for Joe Smith.
The rotating guy to that screen and spot up has been late all day. And Joe Smith, as well as Ilgauskas, have really taken advantage of it.
Bynum on the drive. Trying to get it inside. Brown blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
You try to tell big people, when people drive to the basket and you are going to be a recipient, please do not have your shoulders to the back of the baseline. Please be facing.
Hamilton out to Bynum. Quick pass. Aaron Afflalo. Line drive won't go. Smith the rebound. Joe Smith, all season long, his season high was 14. That was with Oklahoma City. The most points he scored in Cleveland was 12. He's got 19 here tonight. Williams to Ben Wallace inside and just grabbed by Kwame Brown. I don't know if Wallace was looking to shoot that, but he's going to go to the free throw line. Well, Ben Wallace, of course, his poor free throw shooting well documented here in Detroit. The Pistons fans certainly aware of that. He was a huge favorite here, former Defensive Player of the Year, won a championship. And this is the free throw. NBA calendar, TNT tomorrow, San Antonio and Dallas game 4. Then Atlanta, Miami game 3. Coverage begins at 4. ABC Sunday, a pair of game 4s, Boston and Chicago. And right back here at the Palace, Cleveland at Detroit. Coverage begins at 12:30. And NBA TV Monday, Denver at New Orleans. 2 missed free throws, and Hamilton the rebound.
I like that. I like the fact that Rip Hamilton did his job. He blocked out the shooter, and the rebound came right to him.
Bynum. Smith the rebound. Free throw numbers, UB, 25 attempts for Cleveland, only 8 for Detroit.
Yeah, but it's been part of the game, Mike. After the first 2 games, Cleveland getting to the line 35 times a game.
James to the basket. And foul by McDyess.
It's okay. That's good basketball. McDyess rotated down to help out, took away the layup lane, and now forces LeBron to go to the line and make 2.
James second in playoff scoring. The numbers coming into tonight. Had a big first half, but then Cleveland went ice cold in that third quarter where they scored 9 points as a team.
Well, I like the fact during this season, we know LeBron James has improved in a lot of areas, but the main area is at the foul line. During the year, over 9 attempts a game. In this series, over 15. But he's taken his foul shooting from 72 to 78%.
1 of 2 that time, 6-point Cavalier lead. Bynum in there right now, playing the fourth quarter minutes. Hamilton the drive. Knocked away. Here comes Mo Williams. Williams on the pull-up. That won't go. Ball batted. And a foul's going to be called on McDyess. Pistons had the rebound, and 2 of their own guys battling for it caused it to go to Varejao.
Knight, you're right on it. That's a crime. They had 3 white shirts right in the area. Everyone was hustling. They played good defense. They forced the jumper. Look at this. 2 guys hustling to help out.
Third team foul against Detroit with 7:11 remaining. Delonte West back in. 4 of the 5 starters for Cleveland and Joe Smith. Varejao kicks it out. James, good defense from Prince.
Yeah, he guessed properly that time.
Right. Inside pass, Varejao to Smith. Smith inside, left-handed, won't go. Hamilton the rebound. Good defensive sequence from the Pistons.
Well, we're seeing a good, right at the offensive end, Mike. They're struggling. They're not getting good looks at the rim.
McDyess, line drive, won't go.
The rebounding. The rebounding at the defensive end of the floor by Cleveland has been excellent in this fourth quarter.
Overall rebounding numbers, Cavs +1. James down the lane. James left-handed and a foul. Once again, the switch and a chance for a three-point play. And the lead up to 8 with 6:26 remaining.
Now just watch it. This is just a great move. Now just watch how you have all the white shirts right there and there. Everyone just allows him to get right to the rim. And you know he is so good at shooting the high percentage with the left hand.
Also, besides the 19 points, has 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Throw in 3 steals as well. And a block. And lead back up to 9. This equals the largest lead of the game. Detroit had taken a 1-point lead here in this fourth quarter, but an 11-2 run has turned it around again. Wallace.
I thought he got hit. I thought he really got hit on the release of that shot. Guys behind us were yelling back. Okay.
Although Wallace didn't even look at the official, and that's unusual for him.
Well, he knows the next time it's an early exit.
He's just 2 of 6 from the field. He already has 1 technical. Varejao, that's not the shot they want. He puts it in, and a foul. Andy Varejao, or do they call it travel? Now they're calling it travel. One ref looked like he was going to call a foul. Varejao thought that was the case instead of traveling violation. No question about it.
That's a Texas two-step.
Cleveland up by 9. Second game of our doubleheader coming up from Houston. Yao Ming and the Rockets against the Blazers. Up 9, even with their starting backcourt struggling. Joe Smith with a playoff career high.
Well, Joe Smith has been outstanding. Plus, he's been on the line 6 out of 7 times in this game.
Hamilton gets inside. Triple team. Shot won't go. Knocked off the rim by James. Just cleared the rim when he batted it away.
Well, you can see that the defense in the half-court game, Cleveland has shifted gears here in the last 4 minutes. Everything is difficult. Every shot that the Pistons are taking has been challenged.
Varejao and a foul. And this is the largest lead of the game as the Cavaliers now starting to pull away.
Well, you can see the attitude has changed. Right now, it's easy, just blowing by people. It's simply getting to the basket for the layup. Who's doing the damage? The front court people for Cleveland. Good penetration off the dribble and then excellent passes.
8th assist for LeBron James. Because the Pistons have one more run in them. Try and get back in. There's still plenty of time. McDyess. Hamilton on the drive, gets inside, knocked out of his hands. Here comes James. James alley-oop, throws it down. A 13-point lead. And the Pistons need a timeout.
Now that was great eye contact, Mo Williams and LeBron James. That was a tough pass. That pass was not an easy catch for LeBron.
And that last alley-oop sends some of the Pistons fans heading for the exits.
You're going to see it right there. LeBron didn't have it. He was already almost under the basket as he reaches back and catches it, puts this one down.
The Detroit fans looking forward to that draft. They've got the number 1 pick for the Lions, but right now their Pistons in a heap of trouble. Down by 13, under 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth. Cavaliers defense has been just superb here in the fourth. They've outscored them 20-7. There's another deflection.
They continue to disrupt. They do not give you a look on your initial move to the rim. Then when you try to force the pass, the deflection is there or the shot block.
Stuckey back in, guarding James. Ilgauskas for 3. That's good. Zydrunas Ilgauskas from downtown. Big Z. He hits 3-pointers. He had 15 during the regular season. Actually shot 38% from downtown.
They have a lot of offensive weapons. And then they have the ultimate in LeBron James. But the half-court defense, this is their trademark, and they're showing it to you in the second half.
Flalo able to hit the 2-pointer. But it's a 14-point game, just under 4 minutes remaining.
Remember, in Game 1, In Game 2, the Pistons scored 82-84 points, and right now we're looking up here. They have 62 with 3:40 on the clock.
James, the finish, count it, and a foul. No help whatsoever. Unimpeded to the basket, and the Pistons look like they're toast, Hubie.
Well, at every level, high school, college, and NBA, when you're frustrated at one end of the floor at the offensive end, the defense is not there. The quickness, the rotation, and then the discipline. It goes right out the window because you're feeling bad at one end, you're feeling sorry at the other defensively. But then give the Cleveland team a ton of credit. They are attacking the rim.
And I just heard some MVP chants here at the Palace for LeBron James. There are a lot of Cavs fans here. As the lead is up to 17 with just over 3.5 remaining. It is a mass exodus at the Palace as the Pistons are going to go down 0-3. And we're all well aware that no team in the history of the NBA has ever come back from being down 0-3.
Like we talked about, getting to the foul line 35 times in games 1 and 2. Cleveland right now have already attempted 30, and it's 30-8 in foul shot attempts.
Delonte West, despite off nights shooting-wise from West, who's 0 for 6, and Mo Williams 1 for 9. The Cavs still up by 17. Stumpy puts it in. Just shows you again the depth of this Cleveland team. A couple of key guys have off nights. There are certainly others able to pick up the slack.
Well, Mike, their front court is so active. And then naturally, when you talked about in the first half, picking up Joe Smith because he can score the ball so easily for you, well, they just have such an advantage. And then they have LeBron James, who must be double-teamed anytime that he dribbles the ball.
Williams misses. McDyess the rebound. Cavs have outscored the Pistons 26-11 here in this fourth quarter. They've been a great road team all year. Again, only the Lakers had a better road record in the regular season. Hamilton draws the foul. Mike Brown can't believe it. But his team on the verge of going up 3-0 as we check in with Heather Cox.
Mike, you were talking about Cavalier fans. Well, if they wanted to make the 4-hour drive to Detroit, tickets were plentiful and cheap for tonight's game. Today, tickets were available online for as low as $11. And with the Cavs' permission, the Pistons actually sent out an email to Cavs season ticket holders offering tickets for sale. Something everyone's shocked about, but believe it or not, it's actually a practice that's been employed in Detroit since 1984, whenever games weren't sold out. So far, only 140 season ticket holders have taken the Pistons up on their offer, so it's not like there's a sea of red behind the Pistons bench.
Well, they're being heard now down the fourth as many of the Pistons fans leaving. Coming up next, second game of the doubleheader, Brandon Roy and the Blazers against Shane Battier and the Rockets.
The series shifts to Houston next.
You wonder if this series will shift back to Cleveland eventually. Right now, a 14-point lead for the Cavs on the verge of going up 3-0. They had a magical special regular season. They're starting to do the same thing in the playoffs.
Well, Mike, they're consistent. They were 27-14, one of the best records on the road during the year. You can see the reason why here tonight when they had to. This game was 58-58 with 10 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Just think about that, and they just outscored them 21-8 as we moved along. Great defense, and then at the other end of the floor, they attacked the rim and attacked it hard. It's the first time we've seen this diamond press at full court.
Williams on a drive back out. James, he'll just take as much time off the clock on every possession.
Now let them trap, move the ball, get the ball into the middle of the floor.
West has to throw it up. Bergeron tracks it down.
I'll tell you, the front court play of the Cleveland people, the starting three guys, and then Joe Smith, it has been outstanding, off the charts today.
Well, Antonio McDyess said after Game 2, when they lost to Cleveland, the team seems like it's going through the motions. They didn't go through the motions tonight. No. They're just simply not as good. The Cavs are a much better team, and proving it here in Game 3. And you wonder what kind of effort the Pistons will have come out Game 4. Hamilton misses the layup. Cleveland, we've talked about it all season. Their chemistry is unbelievable. They have as much fun as any team in the NBA. But when it comes down and time for business, they get their business done.
Well, the coaching staff has done a terrific job. LeBron James in the leadership department, and then their little board of directors of discipline within the players have done a terrific job bringing their complaints to Mike James.
They call it the committee.
That's right. I like it. So the whole thing is terrific. And then they're riding a beautiful crest. And any time that you can defend the board and do a terrific job on your defensive board, and then you have a three-point game and a post-up game, things are good.
Final minute as this place is emptied out. The Pistons fans watching the team go down. It has been a tough season, a transition season for the Pistons. Joe Dumars going to try and rebuild on the fly. Now, it's only obviously 3-0. There's still a game Sunday, but Cleveland in complete control. Williams on the drive, lost it, and diced the rebound. Flalo fouled by Ilgauskas. And again, the Cavs took some hits early. The Pistons came out strong. First couple of minutes went up by 8 in the opening minutes. Cavs came back, went up by as many as 9. Detroit came back again, actually took a lead early in the fourth quarter, had the momentum, the crowd was into it. But this Cavs team so poised and so good at both ends of the floor.
Well, Mike, I said to you, it happened so fast. And that's what they do. Because when you shoot and miss, they push. If they don't have anything, they catch you in that transition game when they have the mismatches. As soon as they smell a mismatch, they're taking you off the dribble right to the front of the rim. And what happens? If they don't lay it up, you foul them, you put them on the foul line. They're on the line 30 times again tonight. That is a staggering stat at playoff time.
LeBron James 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He had plenty of help. Joe Smith was superb tonight. And the Cleveland Cavaliers take a 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 series. A terrific turnaround here in this fourth quarter. They outscore the Pistons in the fourth quarter 26-15. And they get their first road win of the 2009 postseason. Zydrunas Ilgauskas was terrific. As Michael Curry will have to try and motivate the team, get them ready to play with some fire on Sunday. LeBron James, 25 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals. He's with Heather.
Mike, thanks so much. LeBron, when your team left Cleveland yesterday, before you got on the team plane, you stressed to your teammates that this was an all-business road trip. How did that message set the tone for tonight?
It set the tone, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, this is the playoffs. It's all about business. I mean, you can easily get caught up in a lot of things on the road, but the good thing about our team, we got a veteran ball club, and they understand the importance of road wins and being ready to play.
And tonight you were tested for the first time. What did you learn about this team as it faced a little adversity in the playoffs?
We know we're not going to just go through the playoffs just blowing teams out or just having it our way. You know, the one thing that I told my team before we got here is we haven't faced adversity yet, and when we do, how are we going to react? We faced adversity in the third quarter, and I think in the fourth quarter we reacted pretty well.
And you certainly got your teammates involved. What was your reaction to how Joe Smith played, having a career playoff high tonight?
Our bench was great. You know, Mo and Delonte, our backcourt, superb guys. They struggled tonight for the most part. But Daniel, Joe Smith, Ben Wallace, all them guys that came off the bench, they played an unbelievable game. And without our bench, it would have been tough for us tonight. And
no team has ever come back from an 0-3 deficit. What's the key to clinching things on Sunday? Well, the key is to continue just to get better every game. You never want to take a step backwards in the playoffs. So, you know, if we come out and play our game, we feel like we got a good chance to win. All right, we'll see you on Sunday. Thanks, LeBron.
All right, Heather. He really is only 24, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Great performance from LeBron James and the Cavs. I mean, they didn't play great basketball, didn't shoot well in certain cases, but get the big road win and are up 3-0 in his first round series. Final score, Cavaliers 79 and the Pistons 68. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For UB Brown, Heather Cox, and our entire terrific ESPN crew, this is Mike Green saying so long from the Palace. Now let's join Mark Jones in our ESPN studio.